Hey guys, KK asked me to help out and do a couple VOD reviews. This is Infernal Shrines. I'm just going to go through your draft really fast, go through their draft really fast. Um, I think the Lucio is a really good pick. Junkrat is a fantastic pick. Blaze is a good pick. Normally I would say Zul'jin, probably not so much, but because they have kind of a lumbering front line with Uther and Leo, I think it's okay. I don't think it's fantastic, but I don't think it's bad. And Mal'Ganis is good for counter engage. So you've got to be playing this really defensively. Alright, let's slow that down a little bit. Alright, you guys have good anchoring. They really should not want to fight you at all. Okay. Atlantis, you probably won't listen to me, but that's fine. If you're in the group, you don't really want to be using your fire for this. This is fine when you're off in your solo lane, but in the group you want to be using your oil to try to slow the enemy team and set things up for either yourself or for your tank to engage on, and just start layering. That slow is pretty good and pretty nasty. You can try to time it and then light it right before it's going to vanish. But otherwise, if you're kind of team fighting, you don't really want to be lighting a fire, especially like instantly for wave clear and whatnot. You've got Junkrat, which is really good wave clear. Zul'jin's okay. So when you're down here, kind of just let that go. Like if you're here, you could throw it there, and Boomer could try to engage on them while they're slowed. I know they're close to their wall, but that's kind of the stuff you guys need to be working in tandem looking for. So sleep stun combo, really good. You chunk the Illidan. You get the boop right there. It was a good try to get the slow on him. But overall, it's a good little brawl. So yeah, and now for you, you go into this mode of just trying to clear the waves. You're gonna have a tough task with Leo. Boomer, you're playing this probably too aggressively. Whereas if you just focus on controlling the Illidan, things will be really good for you down here. So Blaze and Leo are just kind of doing their dance that they're going to be doing for pretty much the whole game. Alright, let's take a look. So it's a 4v4. I think this is a good fight for you. Junkrat's got pretty good control of this. So, couple things. Side piece one, you shouldn't really be in this area ever. Two, I need to see here. You have a mine down, but you never used it, so I don't know if you were like throwing it down and trying to jump yourself out. And also, you kept your trap over here. You want to put the trap in here or in here, and try to at least root somebody when they try to come in. But overall, you need to just have your mind down earlier, because I don't think I saw it earlier, and I don't really want to rewind back through. But keep your mind on the point. You should be trying to kind of DPS over here safely, and never walking in here. I don't know if you got in trouble or you thought you could go in there and boop yourself off to safety, but I mean, all you need to do is boop them off. It's not the end of the world. You guys get Junkrat back. Leo's gonna win on this soak battle a little bit. It's not bad on Blaze. Like, Blaze can definitely keep up, but Leo overall is just going to probably pull ahead a little bit. That's a good trap.
The shrine will be active soon. Prepare yourselves for...
Again, no mine. Usually what I like to do on Junkrat is whenever I take a camp, there's always a mine on there. Always. You have 2 other people that can stay on it. And you could, potentially, if the other team tries to go in, you could boop them off. Maybe they go over the wall. Maybe they go over here. Maybe they come back and land in a trap. It's really kind of a good way to do these camps. They were pushing bot. Rex got that. No problem. They did pick up almost a full level on you guys. Luckily, this should be done before level 7. Alright. Atlantis gets some top soak. Rex coming up. He's gotten you pretty caught up there. I'm sorry, down there. Alright. So, right now they've got the lead on 7. You guys should be nailing this thing as soon as all these are up. All these guys are yours. They're also doing their camp, and they got it done in time. You guys chose not to get your camp done. I understand it would probably be a little bit close. It probably would have given the other team a pretty good size lead. But I think if you can get your camp timings a little bit better, you easily get this top camp and this stalemates out. Because this is going to potentially cause a problem for you top, where you may lose your wall. But you guys do have pretty good shrine clear. Okay. Trap goes there. Where's the mines? So what I like to do, again, not to nitpick, but that trap, either push it further out or put a mine here and put a trap in this bush. If they come in, mine them back out. You just want to be the annoying Junkrat who delays them from even being able to step up here. And look at their team. Uther kind of has to shamble in. Leo can get in, but he's top. He's just pushing the lane in, which is smart because they're going to have a camp. Rhaegar can get in. Illidan can go wherever he wants, pretty much. And Jaina, again, kind of has to chill back. So, knocking Uther, from here back to here is a good, 2-3 second extra time that you get to burn on this. So, you get a root there, and then there's no follow-up at all. Nobody's even looking for it. You guys get some good damage on Leo. That's another good root. There's no follow. That's a good stun. Okay. Much better with the oil. And Illidan is just standing in it the entire time. So you end up losing your gate. And a little bit of that. Not the end of the world. You guys should get a Leo kill. If you don't. Good. Rex, I would drop your health and DPS this. So I think because you stayed full health, you didn't quite have the oomph, and that would have been 100% fort dead. I like this. You guys are rotating quick, coming up here. Again, drop your health. You have Lucio, so if you drop your health a little bit, Lucio can pretty much keep you kind of in the middle of where you were. Boomer, I think right here, this is where you need to anchor. 2 of them rotated safe, 2 of them didn't rotate safe. You potentially could have slept the Illidan. He probably gets away, but I think it just makes your team maybe feel a little bit safer because you're right here. You can stop them from coming through here. You can also stop them from coming through their gate. And with Lucio, it should be minimal risk. But, I mean, you guys are playing the right plays. Like, you're getting structure damage. You're getting value. Okay. Come back for this. Takes more hits than you want. You are giving up. Okay, so you guys kind of went for it, but then you didn't even get it. I'm sure eventually you get it, which is fine, but you did give up bot camp for it. Bot camp is not the end of all things, but now you've got to do this, come down. You guys are clearing that. This is just kind of a battle of the sloths up here. This wave popped up down here. I feel like you guys should have got that. So go for a gank on Leo. It's good damage on Leo, and this will help out your offlaner, because now Leo is going to either have to tap, go back, or he's going to have to fight half health and try to drain his health back up. He does have, what's it called, Ocean Renewal. So he can throw himself a heal. You know, you make him use a cooldown. And I think your goal was probably to maybe even come up with him. It's a good sleep, it's a good way just to get out. You go on your camp. They are definitely closer to 10s. This is kind of scary because they were just mid. You're getting good structure damage, so I mean I can't complain too much. You guys are dropping down into this wave. When I'd like to see this get cleared maybe a little quicker. They've got 10s, so they're looking at 4s. It's a good sleep to get you out of there. Alright, so side piece, I would want you anchoring this, and I would want Rekt over here on the camp. If Rekt starts losing some health, he can burn this pretty quick with KK. Meanwhile, you have kind of anti-push, so they shouldn't be able to push into you, and you're still close enough where you can come over here and help out. Again, try to keep a mine on there just for invades. And there's the trap. I mean, Zul'jin is doing fine on this, but I think it would have been much better with the Junkrat. This all would have got cleared out. Rekt, hit more stuff. Your tank is clearing stuff. You're lucky that they didn't decide to push bottom. With what you guys are doing, I like holding it. But there's 3 of you over here holding it. Boomer's coming up. Blaze is already here. Had they decided, they could have probably pushed this fort down and still gotten up here in time to potentially challenge you guys on this. Okay, a couple whiffs from the offlaners, no big deal. Everybody's on the same talent tier. They were able to get this. You guys finished that off. I don't mind doing that. I don't think it needed 3 of you, actually 4 of you. Alright, so now you get a big old 11 versus 11 fight. They are going to have lane priority because your camp pushes in. Going to end up getting kind of half cleared by this, and then this will push back out. So lane priority is big, especially for top lane, because it kind of cuts you off. You want to make sure you keep the lane prio before these objectives, and even during them, if you can. It gives you vision, it gives you a little bit more space, you don't have extra stuff hitting you. It just makes it abundantly easier. I don't like the trap thrown here. I like the trap thrown here in the bush. Trap just ate a minion. Leo's hinting. Okay, catches that. Alright, so remember, Boomer, when I said ideally you should be trying to peel off. He's Metamorphosis, so he's not a huge danger. And that's Divine Shield, so guess their plan is like a Divine Illidan carry. It's a good stun. KK's a little bit in trouble. Leo goes down. Illidan goes down. Kinda got an ult off there, Boomer. Alright, really quick. Let's talk Dark Conversion. Uther should be able to lock you out of that. Keyword, should be able to. Other than that, they don't really have stuns. They don't have displacement. So I normally hate that ult. I don't think it's terrible here. You just have to make sure you're using it nowhere near Uther or he has his stun down. Leo's back up. You guys don't have Zul'jin. You need a tap. You're going to start getting behind on this objective, and you've got to clear this lane. That's kind of the bummer part. Sometimes in the game, it's kind of changed. You know, before it was always get your camp done, like, you know, immediately. First thing, get it out. And now it's kind of changed where you want to be on time on your camps, but you also don't want to be first on capping your camps. Because what will end up happening is a lot of times your camp goes up here, it gets almost free cleared, and then their camp comes over here while you get busy doing the shrine, and it starts getting more and more value, and then eventually you do have to deal with it. They're at 28. Usually I would say north of 30, it's probably more likely going their way. So that's when you maybe consider sending Blaze down, just to start soaking, catching up some of the XP, maybe getting you guys, pulling you guys ahead for the next fight. You know, losing an objective, even two, is not the end of the world, especially on this map. You know, you may lose a fort, but if you guys don't really get any value here, potentially lose somebody, and you still lose the objective, it's going to be way worse. Alright, you guys do the smart thing. Alright. Now you kind of want to start getting out of here. The last thing you want to do is get jumped on in the lane. KK gets you out. Atlantis goes off to soak. This jumps Mal'Ganis. Alright. So, this is kind of a tough fight for you guys. You've still got the Immortal pretty healthy. Boomer's getting kind of chunked. Elemental got popped. Potentially Divine Shield can come out here. And they've got an Illidan, so your fort's going to go down pretty quick. And Illidan's kind of squirrely, so he's going to be able to evade, dodge, around. Uther's pretty much killing himself. That's an okay Riptire. I'll hate it. It's a good sleep, and that's it. Okay. That right there is perfect. You slept him. You got away. There was no CC that could get you. You popped your ult. That's good stuff. That Jaina, had you aimed a little bit more towards her, you would have probably killed the Jaina. Instead, Blaze is doing some work down here. He's got the camp, putting pressure here. You guys need 13s. I'd like to see more action for this wave to get the 13. You've got KK doing it, and you've got 4 people doing this camp. They do their camps pretty quick, so I don't think the evade was ever in the cards. Blaze is going to go top and soak, and you guys are going to probably, hopefully, try to avoid a fight because Leo kind of has a priority on you guys. Good sleep, walk away. You want to stay back here. So, I know we've talked about this before, I think it was with the old Sapphire, but, you know, think of this third of your lane as like your green area. It's pretty safe, usually. Middle is kind of a yellow where you're starting to kind of get out there, and their side would be red. You really normally want to kind of operate in the green and the yellow to a certain degree. Um, they're all five. Blaze is top. It's just time to kind of chill. I mean, the sleeps have been pretty good, Boomer. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. So Illidan drops bot. Blaze comes down. I think this is kind of a bad call. I think if you can interrupt Leo from going top, just keep Blaze up there. Get another wave. Another wave gets this front wall down completely. You guys do need to respond to bottom. You're going to do it as 5. This is potentially a really good fight. Things I want to see happen here is identifying somebody and just going all out on them. Blaze is a little bit behind you guys. Should be able to catch up if you can get any kind of CC onto Courtney. Would be probably the ideal target. Courtney is slithering out the back. Another good ult. Ancestral. Alright. You guys get a kill. It's 3 people, you had 5. Do something with it. If you want to stay down there and push. It's a 5v3 at that point, and Jaina's really their wave clear that they have with their 4-man. So with Jaina dead, hang out, put some damage into this. You potentially could swing top, and I don't like that now. I think right here you push this in. Wrecked. I've never seen a Zul'jin keep their health so high for so long. I think you need to let it start dropping a little bit, and let KK kind of like maintain you at that like 60 to 70% level. There's not too much that's really just gonna dive and kill you right now. And you do have Tez Dingo. Again, they literally have a singular stun. Alright, this is unforgivable. 4 people on this camp. You guys are basically saying, hey, we're going to do a camp, we'll give you our bot fort for free. So, again, Zul'jin, KK, Atlantis becomes your guys' anchor and becomes your protector. So, Atlantis can chill here, he can clear the lane, but he's also going to be responsible for quick rotating up to here if anything happens. But again, you have vision. You know where they're going. You see 1, 2, 3. Jaina's just coming back. So again, I'm really surprised, especially with an Illidan. And he's on cooldown, but Metamorphosis, he potentially could just go on this and then ult out somewhere and skedaddle on out. Just because you don't have, other than Blaze, you don't have quick closing CC for him. And so you get the camp. You're gonna be first on the camp again, so that means theirs is probably gonna push better and push harder. On top of that, you guys are missing a fort. I don't like the boomers coming down here to clear the wave. Alright, so you know that they're going to their camp. Let's, again, if you guys had stayed 5v3, worst case scenario, this fort's probably half health. Best case, maybe you even got it down already. But with that said, right now would be a great time just to take down that fort. That gives you guys a little bit of an advantage on this shrine because you guys still have a tap nearby, and they would not have one because you've already taken out mid. So you're going to give up a little bit here. Atlantis is going to try to actually push this up and work on 16. He's going to get a bunch of experience here. Catch the next wave. Actually, not. They're going to catch the next wave. So they're forcing 16, but they're clearing the camp, and they're going to have their camp push in. 3, 2, 1. Alright, and you guys did do this, and you did get this. So this is a good trade right here. Top lane is going to be problematic for you, because they've got a good-sized wave and the camp. Alright, Leo has full bush control. I think this is where Atlantis, you should be actively looking for them. Throw an oil in here. Throw an oil over here. If Boomer's got this side covered, you need to cover this side. Work it out between you guys of who wants to cover what side. But normally it's easier right here for like a Mal'Ganis to cover this area because he'll at least see somebody coming in. And if you know they're coming from top, Blaze does this really well because you just throw oil in there. They're slowed. It's super annoying. You could potentially follow up your own slow with a jet propulsion and just pound your way in there. And then Boomer can follow that up, and now you guys have kind of a nice little combo area in this. You guys are a really hard team to push into when you do and get set up correctly. If you're not set up correctly and you're not doing those things, then they're just going to walk right in here. And, I mean, look at the path that they have. They are walking pretty much right into your two squishies. And again, side piece. Traps, mines, traps, mines, traps, mines. Get those down too. You know, having a mine here would be good. It gives you vision. And again, it can cause a delay. You know, if you want to use your traps more defensively, you need to put it out of the way so it doesn't get picked up by a shrine minion. You could throw it over here. You could throw it down this bottom bush. Whatever you needed. So, Illidan rolls in. It's a good stun. It's another good stun. But the damage isn't just following in. Like, you guys had a Blaze stun, a Mal'Ganis stun, I believe, and a sleep. And Illidan's missing half his health. Pops Metamorphosis. I actually do like that Riptire on Leo. Big cluster, that was a good sleep. What happened to... No, not you, not you. Alright, so you are on cooldown. So it didn't go on. Alright. Little too far out there. Boomer, try to layer your stuns with your sleeps. So, you know, stun combo, sleep. You're pretty good with doing your sleeps just straight out of a bush naked, and that's not bad. But in situations like that, your big thing is stun, sleep, get back to your side, get back to your team, and the sleep normally allows you to kind of do that. You guys did have the advantage here. Jaina, really big. You guys have kind of left Atlantis on his own. He was in the bunker just firing away flames at... I'm sorry, the Leo, not the Jaina. Firing away flames. Got the kill. You end up getting the counter kill? No, you don't. Alright, Rex, you are doing Zul'jin things right now. Big stun. Unfortunately, they got the shrine. Assuming the Punisher jumps on you. Unlucky. Probably shouldn't have gone for that stun. But I get it. guys are flirting with an Entomb, which would be just devastating. Junkrat, hop over here, and okay, so they get an Entomb. It's not the scariest Entomb in the world, other than the fact that the Punisher is angry. Ult came out late, Boomer. But I would have liked to also seen some mines, maybe making some people fly over right before all that happened. At this point, you just have to give this. It's a good bunker, but you guys are fighting 4v5. Your big tank isn't up. You've got Blaze, which is still pretty good, but Blaze got chunked. Had to pop bunker. You got chunked. He's fine. He's so like, I know you want to go in Atlantis and try to make a play and have everybody follow up on you, but when it's 4v5, just pass on it. If you guys literally just all stand around here, nothing happens. Your core is 100% safe. So, because you need to be careful because they do have an Illidan. So, you know, right now, 2 dead for you. They can end, especially when Illidan gets on the floor. So, a lot of focus on Leo. I know Illidan's pretty squishy, squirrely to hit, but Illidan is the one who's pretty much taken this core down. So, you need to try to figure out a way to get onto the Illidan. The Leo really isn't doing much. Yeah. So, you're all trying to fight. You've put good damage into Leo. You've put good damage into Rhaegar. But Illidan has just been going off. He pretty much did a huge majority of that damage. So, again, you guys kind of focused on the people that weren't really killing the core. Overall, not a bad game. I still don't know if I would have gone the Drain ult Boomer. I think the other ult is better, and I think the other ult's better because at 20, the upgrade is a very, very good upgrade. But yeah, I mean, just, you know, a couple mistakes here and there, couple over engages, couple combos that aren't quite right, and that'll lose you a game. So I'll check out the next one. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow, and we'll go from there. All right. Goodbye.